Hello everyone, a very good day to you all. My name is Priscilla from Yokatel. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to design this flyer in Canva. So to start, we're going to head off to canva.com. If you do not have an account with Canva, go to canva.com and then create an account. So I already have an account with Canva. So I'm currently on my dashboard, as you can see. So to start, we're going to go to create. And then under create new, there are several dimensions of design or several sizes. So you're going to go to see all. After you go to see all, we are looking for an Instagram post. Okay, we just want to create a square social media post. So we click on Instagram posts, and then under the Instagram post, we have all filters. Choose the format as a square. Okay. And then from there, you are going to create a blank Instagram post. So this opens up to a blank page, as you can see right here. So for our flyer, I'm going to give it a background of purple. So I'm going to click on the background and go to this color wheel right here. It says background color, and I'm going to choose a color. Okay, so you click on add new color, and then the hex code I'm going in for is 441D66. So that's the background I'm looking for. So right after you have added your background, you are going to upload another texture background over your background. So to do that, I head over to uploads right here, and then I go to upload files, and then I navigate to where I've saved my image. So after it has fully loaded, I just double click and it's automatically uploaded onto my canvas. Now I would like to place this image as an overlay on my background. So, but before that, I would like to first of all reduce the opacity. So with the image selected, I would head over to transparency and reduce the opacity to 50 or 52. So from there, I'm just going to position it somewhere here and then drag along my canvas. I don't want it to replace the background, but I just wanted to have it something like this. And then from there, I'm going to lock it up this way. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to bring in our people. So again, we are going to go to upload files. So I bring in my female pastor first, and then I position her on my canvas this way. I drag and position her, and also bring in my male pastor, and then I also drag and position him accordingly. So you want to have, when you're positioning your images, some of them are bigger than the others. So make sure that the sizes, especially of their heads, are literally this similar. I'm going to just drag this along so that they are actually about the same height. And I drag them along right here this way. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring in my logo. So I'm going to upload once again. And I'm going to click on it once. And then I drag my logo right here. The next thing I'm going to do is to add a circle around my logo. So over here, we are going to go to elements. Then we have our circle right here. Or you can just click C and then your circle will be formed. So as you can see, the circle is lying on top of the logo, and we do not want that. We want the logo to rather lie on top of the circle. One easy trick is to just select your logo, click on Command X or Control X, and then just do Command V or Control V. It automatically brings it to the top of your design. So from here, what I'm going to do next is to change this color to white. But before I do that, I'm going to select both of them. Then I go to Align Elements and I click Center. It's already centered. That's how come it has been disabled. So it means that our items are already centered. The next thing I'm going to do is I would like to reduce this circle a bit. So I'm just going to drag it along, make it a bit smaller, and then, hold both of them and then align elements and then center. Align elements and the middle, and then there we go. So we have our logo right there. So I'm going to change the color right now from brown to white. Yes. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in our text. So I'm going to click on the text icon right here. Then I'm going to add a text box. Okay, so I'm going to write Yokatel, hit enter, then hit incorporated. The font I want to go in for is called Poppins. So with my text selected, I would just go to the font name, click on it, and then I search for my Poppins. And then right there, it's a very clean font. I just like to use it a lot. Now I like to reduce the space between the text. So with my text selected, I just visit the spacing. And then with line spacing, it reduces and increases the space between my texts. I have it right here. I would also like to make a left alignment. So I click on it once, right alignment, click on it center, click on it left, and then I have it right here. So I have my logo and my text. The next thing I'm going to do is to go on to the theme for the event, which I'm going to name Royal Ladies Annual Week Celebration. So I'm just going to copy the text I have right here, which is Command D or Control D. So I have Royal Ladies. So I'm going to hold here and then drag because I like it to be big or huge. So I have Royal Ladies right here. And I'm going to bolden my font. With the font selected, I'm going to choose the text color right here. And then I'm going to go in with adding a new color. The hex code for this is going to be E6CD44. This is the text color I'm going in for. I'm going to hit Control D once again, and I'm going to add Annual Week Celebration. So Annual Week Celebration right here, this way. But then the font I like to go in for this particular one is called Vintage Goods. So with the font selected, hit on the font, and then I type in vintage, and I go in with my vintage. So it seems there's a lot of space here. Sorry, annual, then let's drag it along this way. So I can just increase my font by just dragging it. Now I like this color to be white. So I just go to my text color once again, and I change this to a white. So we have it right here. So moving on, the next thing we are going to do for this flyer is to add our theme. But before we add our theme, I'd like to add a line right here across board. So I'm going to elements and then I put in my line, and then I drag my line down here and I drag it. Now this line is too thick, so with the line selected, I go over to my line style and I reduce my line width, to about 2. I think that's what I'm looking for. So I go right here. So now that that is done, the next thing we are going to do is to add our theme. So head over to elements and then choose this rounded rectangle right here. We're going to drag it down a bit, and then we're going to put it somewhere right here. And then we are going to write, and that you just double click on it, and then you're able to have the text editor, and then you're going to write theme. Okay, so with the theme, I'm just going to bolden this a bit to make this bold. I'm going to change the text color. And then I'm going to undo the fill because I don't want this shape to have a fill. I just want to have an outline color. So first of all, I'm going to remove the background. So just head on to your color and then I'll just click on no color and it takes it off. As you can see, there's nothing there right now, but it's still there. So click on it again and go to your border style. Okay. When you click on border style, it says at this point it has no border. So we want a border, right? So, and this border is a bit thick for me. So I'm just going with a border of say 3. Okay. And then next, now we have a border color right here. Okay. So we are going to pick it and then, but we just want to go for white border color for now. And then that's what we have right here. So our theme is I am well positioned for my divine shift. So I'm going to just copy the Royal Ladies right here. Control D, Command D. Okay, then we just drag it down here and then just hit a Control D or Command D and then go with positioned. I'm going to reduce this slightly. The next thing I'm going to do is to head over back to our shapes again. and then select a particular shape I'm looking for right here, which is this particular shape. So now with this shape selected, I'm going to just change the color to a white. So the next thing I'm going to do is to duplicate this. Control D. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in a square shape. Click out of it, click on it again, click on Control X, then Control V. And I'm going to position this right here in between the letters of the shift, as you can see right here. So I'm going to bring this down a bit. And then I'm going to drag it. And I'm going to give it a color as our background. So we have something like this right here, my year of divine shift. So this brings us to the end of the theme. I forgot one more thing. We're going to add our scripture at this point. So I'm going to push this up a bit and copy the theme, Command D, and bring it down. I'm going to delete this text for now. Holding down on Shift, I'm going to select the both of them, and then I'm going to align element center and then align element middle. Right here, as you can see, I'm going to give the center shape a color of purple, like we have right here. And then I'm back again, I'm going to select one of these texts and do a Command D, and then I just drag it down and I write in my text. And I'm going to change the color from yellow to white. So now we have our scripture. So moving on, we are going to create the details for the flyer. I'm going to go to Elements, then pick a rectangle or a square. And I'm going to drag it right here down like this. I'm going to change the color of this to white, as you can see. So we have our white. Let's copy all of this and then we group them together, okay? So moving on, I'm going to create the agenda, which is going to include the details for our flyer. So I'm going to select this rounded rectangle right here, and I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to click out of it and click on it again, and then I'm going to change the color to our gold color right here. And then I'm going to get a text. So I'm going to go to texts and I'm going to type out. For now, let's lock this white space. So I'm going to right click and then click on lock. I go to text and then I add a text box and I drag it down. I'm going to type the word agenda. So after typing agenda, I'm going to deepen this. I'd like to add some shadow to this. So I'm going to go to effect. Then I'm going to go to shadow. I'm going to choose a black color for my shadow. And then as you can see, it's a bit visible now. So we have our agenda. All right. So moving on, I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to reduce it a bit. Okay. And I'm going to change, I'm going to ungroup first of all, and I'm going to widen my rectangle. Next, I'm going to change the color of this rectangle to a different color. And then the hex code for this color is 6D5278. So that's the color I'm going in for. Then I'm going to type out a night to remember. I'm going to reduce the size of this a bit, like this, a night to remember. So we have this. So I'm going to select the two of them and then right click and then go to Align Element Center, Align Element Middle, 1D, on Group, take the background off. So I'm going to change the font color to this color right here. I'm going to take off the effect. We had a shadow effect. I don't want this shadow effect again, so we're going to take it off. Go to none, take it off from there. So now we have this. So we are going to type out Friday. Hold Shift and drag. So now that we are done, we are just going to copy everything together and then we're going to group. So I'm going to duplicate the same thing and just continue with the works. So guys, at this point, we're almost done with the tutorial. I'm going to bring in my icon for location and add a venue for this flyer. So to get a location icon, I'm going to head to Elements. Then I'm going to search location icon. And then I'm going to select amongst them, I'm going to select the one that is free. And I'm going to drag this down right here. For some reason, I just want the color of my location to be red to stand out. So I'm just going to pick a red color, something like this. Yes. And then get a text and just type out my location. Change the text color to black. Just type out my location. I'm going to bolden it and then reduce it a bit. And I'm going to bring it down right here like this. I'm going to duplicate this and type out venue. And I'm going to group them. Also, I'm going to duplicate this line right here, Command D, and drag it down here to create a separation. I'm going to change the color from white to purple. So I have it right here, right down here, this way. Now I would like to add a shadow right beneath the pastors. So I'll just copy the two of them and just group them together. First of all, reduce them slightly. And then I'm going to head on to elements. I'm going to search for shadow. So right here, there are different kinds of shadows, but what I'm looking for is the shadow right here. And I'm going to drag it right here. With the shadow selected, I'm going to reduce the size a bit. And then I think I like that. So this is what I'm going in for. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring in the names of our pastors. So I'm just going to select the annual week celebration text and then do a Command D or a Control D. And I'm going to type in the word post to give this a color of gold. I'm going to do a Command D again. And I'm going to change the font to Opens. Give it a text color of white. Here. Come right here to the alignment and then select center alignment. And I'm going to bolden this a bit. Hold the two of them together and then alignment and center. Then I group them together and I drag it down here. Okay, so guys, this brings us to the end of the flyer. I would also quickly like to show you how to export your flyer in Canva. Just go to share and go to download. And then just go to download. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe for more videos and let me know how your design also went. Share your feedback with me. I'm more than happy to hear from you. Thank you all and do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.